Breathe deeply and listen closely, because what I'm about to share with you tonight is going to challenge everything you think you know about how reality works. I'm going to show you why acting as if you already have what you desire is not pretending, not lying, not being delusional. It's actually the most scientific, most practical, most powerful way to shatter your old paradigm and step into a completely new reality. And I'm going to prove it to you, not with theory, not with philosophy, but with an understanding of how your subconscious mind actually operates. Before we go any further, I want you to do something right now. Leave a comment with these exact words: I act as if, and my paradigm shatters. This isn't just a comment. This is your declaration that you're ready to step beyond the limitations of your current paradigm. This is your commitment to operate at a level that most people will never understand. So write it now. I act as if, and my paradigm shatters. Feel something crack open inside you as you write it. This is the first fracture in your old reality. Now let me explain what a paradigm actually is, because most people have no idea. Your paradigm is a collection of beliefs, habits, and programs that were installed in your subconscious mind, mostly before you were 7 years old. These paradigms control almost every aspect of your life. They control how much money you make, what kind of relationships you have, how healthy you are, what you believe is possible for yourself. And here's the critical thing to understand. Your paradigm creates your perception of reality. You don't see reality as it actually is. You see reality through the filter of your paradigm. If you have a paradigm of scarcity, you'll see a world full of lack, even when opportunity is all around you. If you have a paradigm of limitation, you'll see obstacles everywhere, even when the path forward is clear. Your paradigm literally shapes what you're able to perceive, what you're able to conceive, and therefore what you're able to achieve. And here's where most people get stuck. They try to change their results by changing their actions. They work harder. They try new strategies. They push and force and struggle, but they never change their paradigm. And because the paradigm hasn't changed, the vibration hasn't changed. And because the vibration hasn't changed, the results don't fundamentally change either. They might get temporary improvements, but then they snap back to their paradigm's set point. They hit what's called the glass ceiling, the invisible barrier created by their subconscious programming. But tonight, I'm going to show you how to shatter that glass ceiling. I'm going to show you how to crack your paradigm wide open and step into a reality that right now seems impossible to you. And the key is this simple phrase: act as if. When you act as if you already have what you desire, something extraordinary happens in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between something vividly imagined and something actually experienced. This has been proven in neuroscience. When you imagine something with enough detail and enough emotion, your brain fires the same neural pathways as it would if you were actually experiencing that thing. Your body produces the same chemicals. Your cells respond the same way. To your subconscious mind, imagination and reality are the same thing. So when you act as if you already have your desire, when you move through the world with the thoughts, the feelings, the behaviors, the decisions of someone who already has what you want, you're not pretending, you're programming, you're impressing a new reality onto your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind, being unable to distinguish between what you're vividly imagining and what you're actually experiencing, accepts this new reality as true. And once your subconscious accepts something as true, it begins to generate the vibration that matches it. And once your vibration matches it, your external reality must change to reflect it. This is not hope, this is law. But here's what stops most people. Their paradigm tells them, but it's not true. I don't actually have it. I'm lying to myself. And this is where you have to understand something crucial. Your current reality is simply a reflection of your past paradigm. What you're experiencing right now is the result of the vibration you were holding weeks, months, maybe even years ago. It's old news. It's feedback from an outdated frequency. And if you keep reacting to it, if you keep letting it dictate your current vibration, you'll just keep recreating the same reality over and over again. Acting as if is how you break that cycle. It's how you introduce a new vibration that's not based on your current circumstances, but on your desired reality. And when you hold that new vibration consistently, your paradigm begins to crack. The old beliefs start to weaken. The old programs start to glitch. The old limitations start to dissolve. And eventually, the paradigm shatters completely, and a new paradigm takes its place. A paradigm that supports your desires instead of blocking them. A paradigm that generates abundance instead of lack. a paradigm that creates possibility instead of limitation. Now, let me be very clear about what acting as if actually means, because there's a lot of confusion about this. It doesn't mean being irresponsible. It doesn't mean spending money you don't have. It doesn't mean ignoring your current responsibilities. What it means is aligning your internal state, your thoughts, your feelings, your self-concept with the person you would be if you already had your desire. It means making decisions from that place. It means carrying yourself from that place. It means speaking from that place. Let me give you a specific example. Let's say your desire is financial abundance. Acting as if doesn't mean going out and buying a mansion you can't afford. That's not acting as if. That's being reckless. Acting as if means feeling abundant even when your bank account is low. It means making decisions with confidence instead of fear. It means carrying yourself with the posture of someone who is financially secure. It means speaking about money with ease instead of stress. It means tipping generously even when you're on a tight budget, because someone who is abundant knows more is always coming. It means investing in yourself, in your education, in your growth, because someone who is abundant knows that they are their greatest asset. Do you see the difference? You're not contradicting reality. You're choosing a different vibrational reality. You're choosing to operate from the end result instead of from your current circumstances. And that choice, that shift in frequency, is what cracks your paradigm. If you haven't already, write in the comments, "I act as if," and my paradigm shatters. And if this message is opening something in you, if you feel your old limitations starting to crack, subscribe to this channel and like this video, because what I'm sharing with you tonight is not common knowledge. This is how reality actually works. This is how the most successful people in the world operate, even if they don't consciously know they're doing it. Now let's prepare your mind and body for this practice. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Do this 3 times. With each exhale, feel your old paradigm loosening. Feel the rigid beliefs that have kept you stuck beginning to soften. You're creating space for something new to enter. Here's what most people don't realize. Your paradigm is not permanent. It feels permanent because it's been running automatically for so long. It feels like it's just who you are, but it's not. It's just programming. And programming can be changed. The way you change it is not by fighting it, not by trying to force it, but by introducing a new frequency, so consistently, so powerfully, that the old paradigm can't maintain itself anymore. It cracks, it shatters, and a new paradigm emerges. And the most powerful way to introduce that new frequency is through acting as if. Because when you act as if, you're not just thinking about your desire. You're not just visualizing your desire. You're embodying your desire. You're living it. You're being it right now, in this moment. And that level of commitment, that level of embodiment, creates a vibration so strong that your old paradigm simply cannot compete with it. Let me tell you what happens when you commit to this practice. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Your old paradigm will scream at you. It will tell you you're being ridiculous. It will tell you you're lying to yourself. It will tell you this won't work. It will create fear and doubt and resistance. This is normal. This is the paradigm fighting for its survival. Because if this new frequency takes root, the old paradigm dies, and your paradigm doesn't want to die. It wants to maintain control. But here's what you need to understand. That discomfort, that resistance, that's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're doing something right. It's a sign that you're pushing against the edges of your old reality. It's a sign that your paradigm is cracking. So when you feel that discomfort, don't back down. Don't retreat to the familiar. Lean into it. Push harder. Act as if even more boldly. Because on the other side of that discomfort is freedom. On the other side of that resistance is your new reality. And then something shifts. Usually after about 7 to 10 days of consistent practice, something breaks through. Maybe you notice yourself naturally making a decision that the old you would never make. Maybe you catch yourself speaking with a confidence you've never had. Maybe you feel a peace that doesn't make logical sense given your circumstances. These are signs that your new paradigm is taking root. These are signs that the old programming is losing its grip. These are signs that you're becoming the person who already has what you desire. And as this new paradigm strengthens, your external reality begins to change. Not because you're forcing it, not because you're manipulating anything, but because your vibration has changed and the law of attraction is responding to your new frequency. Opportunities appear, people show up, doors open. Things that seemed impossible suddenly become possible. And it all happens naturally, effortlessly, because you're no longer vibrating at the frequency of lack. You're vibrating at the frequency of having, and having attracts more having. Now let me give you a very specific practice for acting as if. I call it the identity shift practice. Starting tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to do this. Close your eyes and ask yourself this question. Who would I be if I already had everything I desire? Don't just think about it superficially. Really go deep. What kind of person would you be? How would you think? How would you feel? How would you carry yourself? What would you believe about yourself? What would you believe about the world? What would you believe about money, about success, about relationships, about possibility? Take your time with this. Let a clear image emerge of this version of you. See them in your mind. See how they stand. See how they move. See how they interact with others. See how they make decisions. See how they handle challenges. See how they celebrate victories. This version of you is not some fantasy. This is you operating at your full potential, free from the limitations of your current paradigm. This is who you actually are, beneath all the conditioning and programming. Now here's the key. For the next 24 hours, I want you to be that person. Not think about being that person. Not try to be that person. Be that person. When you wake up in the morning, wake up as them. When you get dressed, dress as them. When you speak, speak as them. When you make decisions as them. When challenges arise, respond as them. For 24 hours, you are no longer your old self. You are your realized self. The self who already has everything you desire. This might feel strange at first. It might feel like you're playing a role, but you're not playing a role. You're trying on your true identity, the identity that your paradigm has kept hidden from you. And the more you practice being this person, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, it stops being something you do and starts being who you are. The acting as if becomes your actual reality. And here's what's beautiful about this practice. You don't have to wait for your circumstances to change before you can be this person. You can be this person right now. You can think like them right now. You can feel like them right now. You can move like them right now. And when you do, your circumstances have no choice but to eventually catch up with who you're being. Let me give you another powerful technique. I call it the future memory technique. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to create a memory. Not a memory of your past, but a memory of your future. Choose one specific moment in your desired reality. Maybe it's the moment you check your bank account and see the balance you've always wanted. Maybe it's the moment you hold the keys to your dream home. Maybe it's the moment you hear the words, "You got the job," for the position you've always dreamed of. Maybe it's the moment you look in the mirror and see the healthy, vibrant body you've been working toward. Choose one specific moment, and then close your eyes and live that moment as if it's happening right now. Don't see it from a distance. Don't watch yourself having this experience. Be in the experience. See it through your own eyes. Feel it in your own body. Hear it with your own ears. Make it so vivid, so real, so detailed that it feels like an actual memory. Your subconscious mind will accept it as a memory. And once it's stored as a memory, once your subconscious believes this has already happened, it will do everything in its power to make it happen again. Because your subconscious mind seeks consistency. It wants your external reality to match your internal reality. This is why acting as if is so powerful. You're not trying to create something new. You're remembering something that already exists in the quantum field. You're tuning into a frequency where your desire has already manifested. And as you hold that frequency, as you act from that place of already having, your physical reality begins to shift to match it. Now, I want to address something important. Some people worry that acting as if means ignoring problems or being irresponsible. They think it means pretending everything is perfect when it's not. But that's not what this is about at all. You can acknowledge your current reality without making it your identity. You can see what is without letting it dictate what will be. For example, let's say you're in debt. Acting as if you're financially abundant doesn't mean pretending the debt doesn't exist. It means handling the debt from a place of abundance instead of from a place of panic. Someone who is abundant doesn't stress about debt. They create a plan. They take action. They trust that they have the intelligence and the resources to solve the problem. They don't define themselves by the debt. They see it as a temporary situation that they're actively resolving while holding the identity of someone who is fundamentally abundant. Do you see the difference? You're not denying reality. You're choosing which reality to align with. Your current circumstances are one reality, but the reality of your potential, the reality of who you're becoming, that's another reality that's equally valid. And when you act as if, you're choosing to align with that second reality. You're choosing to vibrate at the frequency of your potential instead of the frequency of your circumstances. And here's what happens when you do this consistently. Your paradigm starts to crack in very specific ways. First, you notice your automatic thoughts changing. Thoughts that used to dominate your mind. Thoughts of lack, of limitation, of fear, they start to lose their power. New thoughts emerge, thoughts of possibility, of abundance, of confidence. These aren't forced thoughts. These are natural thoughts that arise from your new paradigm. Second, you notice your emotional set point changing. Where you used to feel anxiety, you now feel calm. Where you used to feel doubt, you now feel certainty. Where you used to feel scarcity, you now feel abundance. And this isn't because your circumstances have changed yet. It's because your paradigm has changed, and your paradigm determines your emotional state. Third, you notice your behaviors changing. You start making different choices. You start saying yes to opportunities that your old paradigm would have rejected. You start saying no to things that don't align with your new identity. You start investing in yourself in ways you never did before. You start taking risks that your old paradigm would have considered too dangerous. And all of this happens naturally, without force, because you're no longer operating from your old programming. Fourth, and this is the most exciting part, you start seeing synchronicities. The right people appear at the right time. The right information comes to you exactly when you need it. The right opportunities open up just as you're ready for them. This isn't coincidence. This is the law of attraction responding to your new vibration. You're acting as if you already have your desire, and the universe is rearranging itself to make that true. Now let me give you a very practical example of how to apply this. Let's say your desire is a successful business. Here's how you act as if. Every morning, when you wake up as the CEO of a thriving company. You don't wake up as someone trying to start a business. You wake up as someone who already has a successful business. How does that person start their day? What do they think about? How do they plan their day? What's their energy like? Maybe they start with gratitude for their team. Maybe they review their vision for where the company is going. Maybe they make decisions about expansion, about new opportunities, about how to serve their customers even better. You do all of this, even if your business is just an idea right now. Even if you don't have a team yet, even if you haven't made a single sale, you act as if you already have the successful business. And then, throughout your day, you make every decision from that identity. Someone who has a successful business invests in learning, so you invest in courses, in books, in mentors. Someone who has a successful business values their time, so you stop wasting time on activities that don't move you forward. Someone who has a successful business builds relationships, so you reach out to potential partners, potential clients, potential collaborators. Someone who has a successful business thinks big. So you stop playing small and start setting goals that excite and scare you at the same time. You're not waiting for the business to become successful before you think and act this way. You're thinking and acting this way right now, and that's what makes the business successful. Your identity precedes your results. Your paradigm creates your reality. Let me share something else with you that's extremely powerful. When you act as if, you not only change your vibration, you also change the way other people perceive you and respond to you. People can feel your energy. They can sense your level of confidence, your level of certainty, your level of abundance, and they respond to that energy. When you walk into a room vibrating at the frequency of lack, people unconsciously avoid you. They don't trust you. They don't want to do business with you. They don't want to partner with you. But when you walk into that same room vibrating at the frequency of abundance, of confidence, of certainty, people are drawn to you. They want to work with you. They want to help you. They want to be around your energy. This is why acting as if is not just an internal practice. It has immediate, practical, external effects. Now, I want to give you a warning. When you start acting as if, some people in your life might not understand. They might think you're being arrogant or delusional. They might try to bring you back down to earth as they see it. They might say things like, "Why are you acting like you've made it when you haven't?" Or, "You need to be more realistic." These people are responding to your old frequency because that's the version of you they know. But you're no longer that person. You're operating from a new paradigm now, and you have to protect that new paradigm. This is why, once again, silence is so important. Don't announce to everyone that you're acting as if. Don't try to explain what you're doing. Just do it quietly. Let your results speak for themselves. And when people start noticing changes in your life, when they start asking what's different about you, then you can share, but not before, not while your new paradigm is still fragile, still taking root. Write in the comments again, "I act as if, and my paradigm shatters." This repetition is powerful. Each time you write it, you're impressing it deeper into your subconscious mind. You're reinforcing your commitment to this new way of being. Now, let's talk about a very specific aspect of acting as if that most people overlook. It's not just about how you act externally. It's also about your internal dialogue, the way you talk to yourself, the story you tell yourself about who you are and what's possible for you. This internal narrative is extremely powerful because it's constantly programming your subconscious mind. If your internal dialogue is filled with thoughts like, I'll never succeed, or I'm not good enough, or this is too hard, or I always fail, then that's the paradigm you're reinforcing. That's the vibration you're generating, and that's the reality you're creating. But when you act as if, your internal dialogue changes. You start saying things like, I am successful, and I am capable, and this is working out perfectly, and I always find a way. And here's the key. You say these things even when your current circumstances seem to contradict them. You say them especially when your circumstances contradict them, because your internal dialogue is not about reporting on your current reality. It's about creating your future reality. It's about impressing a new paradigm onto your subconscious mind. It's about choosing your vibration consciously, instead of letting your circumstances choose it for you. Let me give you a specific practice for this. I want you to choose 3 identity statements. These are statements about who you are, not about what you want. For example, instead of saying, I want to be wealthy, you say, I am wealthy. Instead of saying, I want to be healthy, you say, I am healthy. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, you say, I am successful. Choose 3 of these statements that align with your desires. And starting tonight, I want you to repeat these statements to yourself every time you catch yourself in a negative thought pattern. You don't fight the negative thought. You don't resist it. You simply replace it with your identity statement over and over and over again, hundreds of times a day if necessary. You're literally reprogramming your paradigm in real time. And here's what happens after about 21 days of this practice. Those identity statements start to feel true. They stop feeling like affirmations and start feeling like facts. This is your new paradigm taking hold. This is your old limitations shattering. This is you stepping into your true power. Now let me teach you something about paradigms that very few people understand. Your paradigm doesn't just control your thoughts and emotions. It also controls your nervous system. When you have a paradigm of fear and scarcity, your nervous system is constantly in a state of fight or flight. Your body is tense, your breathing is shallow, your heart rate is elevated, your cortisol is high. You're living in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, you cannot create, you cannot innovate, you cannot see opportunities, you can only react. But when you act as if you already have your desire, when you embody the frequency of abundance and success, your nervous system shifts out of fight or flight and into rest and digest. Your body relaxes, your breathing deepens, your heart rate steadies, your feel-good chemicals increase. You're no longer in survival mode, you're in thriving mode. And from this state, creativity flows, intuition speaks, opportunities become visible, solutions appear. This is why acting as if is not just a mental practice, it's a somatic practice. It's a whole body practice. You're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your entire physiology. You're training your body to feel what it would feel like to already have your desire. And your body, not knowing the difference between what's imagined and what's real, begins to generate the chemistry of success, of abundance, of achievement. So tonight, as you practice acting as if, pay attention to your body. Notice where you're holding tension. Notice where you're contracted, and consciously relax those areas. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your belly relax. Breathe deeply and fully. This is the body of someone who has everything they need. This is the body of someone who is secure, abundant, successful. Feel it, embody it, be it. Now, let's talk about what happens as your paradigm begins to shatter. It's not always comfortable. Sometimes it feels like your entire world is falling apart. Old relationships might end. Old identities might die. Old patterns might break down. This can be scary. Your ego might panic. Your old paradigm might try to pull you back to what's familiar. But this destruction is necessary for creation. The old paradigm has to shatter for the new paradigm to emerge. You have to let go of who you were to become who you're meant to be. And here's what I want you to understand. You're safe in this process. Even though it might feel chaotic, even though it might feel like you're losing control, you're actually gaining control. You're taking your power back from your subconscious programming. You're choosing your reality instead of letting your conditioning choose it for you. This is growth. This is evolution. This is transformation. And it's the most important work you'll ever do. As you move through this process, trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust the inspired ideas that come to you. Trust the impulses to take certain actions. These are not random. These are the universe responding to your new frequency, guiding you toward your desire. And when you act on these impulses, when you follow this guidance, you accelerate the manifestation process. You shorten the gap between who you're acting as if you are and who you actually become. Let me give you one final practice for tonight. Before you go to sleep, I want you to do what I call the mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say out loud, I am not who I was. I am who I'm becoming. I act as if I already have everything I desire, and my paradigm is shattering. I am abundant. I am successful. I am powerful. I am free. This is my truth. This is my reality. This is who I am. Say it with conviction. Say it with feeling. Say it until you believe it, and then carry that energy into your sleep. Let your subconscious mind work with that programming all night long, and when you wake up tomorrow, wake up as that person, act as that person, be that person. Not for 5 minutes, not for an hour, but all day long. Make it your dominant frequency. Make it your new normal. Make it your new paradigm, and watch what happens. Watch how your reality begins to shift. Watch how opportunities appear. Watch how your confidence grows. Watch how your energy changes. Watch how people respond to you differently. Watch how doors open that were previously closed. Watch how your old limitations dissolve. Watch how your paradigm shatters, piece by piece, until all that's left is the truth of who you really are and what you're really capable of. This is not a journey of weeks. This is a journey of consistent practice. Some paradigms shatter quickly, others take time. But every single day that you act as if, you're weakening the old programming and strengthening the new. Every single decision you make from your new identity is a crack in your old paradigm. Every single thought you think from your new frequency is evidence that you're changing. Trust the process, stay committed, and don't let your current circumstances convince you to go back to who you were. Breathe deeply now. Place your hand on your heart and make this commitment. I act as if I already have everything I desire. I embody the frequency of my fulfilled self. I let my old paradigm shatter. I welcome my new reality. I am ready. I am willing. I am becoming. Feel that commitment settle into your bones. Feel it become part of you. And now, as you prepare for sleep, begin your breathing practice. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. As you breathe, see your old paradigm cracking. See light pouring through the cracks. See a new version of yourself emerging. Confident, abundant, successful, powerful, free. This is not fantasy. This is your truth. This is who you've always been beneath the conditioning. And tonight, you're giving yourself permission to finally become that person. Sleep well, dream big, and wake up tomorrow ready to act as if your dreams are already your reality. Because they are. They already exist in frequency. Now you're just bringing them into form. Good night.